Hey, everyone. Welcome back. Welcome back to another review. This is Dasho Rose here. I am back to review another educational show episode, because why not, you know? And look what it is. It's another Little Einsteins episode. And don't worry, down the road I'll be reviewing other episodes of other educational shows, but I figured I would review this one because this one, came with the Goodwill stuff. And I meant to review this one a few weeks ago, but I kept forgetting. So I'm finally here to review this. So this is the Little Einsteins, the treasure behind the little red door. So, anywho, before I do the review, please hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate that. I'd really appreciate that a lot. That would really help me out. My goal is to get to 300 subs. If we can get this channel to 300 subs, I'll be rewarding two reward videos for you guys, 2 of them. I'm trying not to say this every single time I do a review or a video because I don't want this to be overwhelming, but I'm really excited for these videos, so you guys will probably really like them. But we have to get this channel to 300 subs first. We're getting there. Just keep getting this channel to grow, and eventually we'll hit 300 subs, and I'll give you guys reward videos. So, yeah. Without any further ado, let's go ahead and talk about this. And oh boy, this episode of the Little Einsteins. Oh, you know how the Little Einsteins are? They love to go travel places and all that with their rocket ship, Rocket, which again, I still question him being a rocket, because he can transform in a rocket in one episode, but, I really don't know. But apparently, the episode starts off with Quincy, the music boy, the kid who likes to make music. I gotta admit, he has pretty good talent for being a kid. He has pretty good talent with instruments, but he apparently is waking up and wearing his pajamas, because kids do that sometimes. I never really wore pajamas honestly, I really never did, but apparently he asked people that, so, yeah. He asked people that, if they wear pajamas, but, I really didn't wear pajamas too much. I wore them sometimes, but I didn't wear them all the time. I usually like to wear my clothes to go to sleep, I have some pajamas hanging up at some pants, like pajama pants. I don't have any pajama shirts, but I have some pajama pants, and I don't really wear them, because, I only wear them if I get behind of clothes, so I have something to wear around the house, but I usually don't wear them. I don't wear them out in public or something like that, but, yeah, I don't wear pajamas too much. But, yeah, so, but it starts off like that, and apparently, outside, Rocket's doing some gardening, and, this is where the episode starts to pick up here. I guess Rocket somehow finds a treasure map in his yard. I'm not sure how. He suddenly finds a map in the yard, just out of nowhere. And we're talking about him doing gardening, he does garden stuff. He digs all the time and all that. I mean, I guess people can plant stuff in different spots, I guess, but I'm just it just seems kind of strange how he just finds this map out of nowhere, and I guess it leads to a little red door. And I guess what? Guess what happens next? Apparently, Big Jet's there. Yeah, Big Jet is just... I'm not gonna lie, I like Big Jet. Just, when I hear his, his sound effect, his buzzing sound effect, I think that's what you would call it. It's pretty funny, but whenever I hear him, the episode's gonna be good. Or it's gonna be somewhat decent, depending on the episode, of course. But, Big Jet's a pretty cool, character. I like him. But apparently, he's somehow coincidentally behind a house and somehow is right there when Rocket finds the map. I'm not gonna lie, it feels kind of creepy, honestly. Like, what was Big Jet doing? Was Big Jet, was he jerking off or something behind the house? I'm really not sure, but but yeah, he just happened to be there, like when Rocket finds the map, like he just happens to be there. Maybe Big Jet and Rocket are secretly in a relationship or something. I don't really know. I could totally see that. Because Big Jet's always jealous of Rocket and all that, and people can be when you like someone, you can be jealous of them. I don't really know, but it is kind of weird how Big Jet just happens to be behind a house and all that. But yeah, apparently he takes the map, and I guess they have to get to the treasure before Big Jet does. So Big Jet just happens to be there and takes the map, and Rocket is basically pissed. He actually makes some interesting sound effects. I'm sure the kids won't understand it though, but I'm sure he's cursing with Rocket language or something like that, because you can't have the kids, learn about cussing, right? But apparently, yeah, he's pissed about that. I'd be pissed too if someone stole that damn map from me. I'd be pissed too. But yeah, so they basically go after Big Jet. Well, they go after not really Big Jet. They go after the red door, and apparently Big Jet just stops him on the way. He stops him on the way because somehow Rocket is still able to find the treasure. He remembers the map, which is pretty interesting. Rocket's got a pretty good memory. He just looked at the map for a second, but yeah. So he happens to have to memorize the map. So they go follow Big Jet, and yeah, Big Jet stops him in pretty poorly ways. Like, honestly, the way Big Jet stops these kids and Rocket from getting to the treasure is just kind of stupid. The first time I guess he erupts a volcano, and apparently they could just fly around it. They could literally just fly around the volcano. They could. They're not gonna do that though, because I guess it's an educational show or something. But I'm like, they could easily just fly around the volcano and just continue their quest. But I guess they don't do that. Instead, they cool the volcano off by hula dancing, I guess. Because, June likes to dance. I'm not sure how you could cool a volcano off by dancing, but hey, I don't know. I don't understand the laws of physics of this show. I really don't get them. But yeah, so yeah, basically, yeah, that's what happens though. Is they cool the volcano off and all that, and they could easily just go around it. I mean, I guess technically, Big Jet probably cost a forest fire or something by making that volcano erupt, but they don't seem to be worried about that. They seem to be more worried about getting to the treasure. But yeah, they get past the volcano by cooling it off, which again they could just go around it. But yeah, that's the first pathetic thing Big Jet does. But then Big Jet, what he ends up doing is he ends up making waves, which again Rocket could just freaking fly over him. I really don't get that. I get it's an educational show, but they could just fly over the waves. Why do they need to move, do all this crazy stuff and all that? I really don't really get that, but it's just kind of crazy how that works. And then once they because basically, well, before I talk about the next part, because the next part's kind of stupid. This is probably one of the most stupidest parts of the episode. But basically, what happens is I guess Big Jet just somehow shows up out of nowhere in the water as a canoe too, because Rocket can transform into a boat or a canoe. And I guess Quincy, is somehow very surprised at that, even though Rocket is transformed into many things before. I really don't know why he's surprised about that, but yeah, Big Jet just comes out of nowhere, and that's how the waves get created. I know I kind of jumped back to that, like I jumped out of nowhere and jumped back to that, but I forgot to bring that up. Like, Big Jet was already near the treasure. He could have easily just kept flying to it. Like, why did he need to like, float to them and then you create those waves? He could easily just, flew to it, I don't get it. And then, now we get to probably one of the most stupidest things in this episode. This is so stupid. Apparently, Big Jet creates a wall of you think maybe it's rocks or, rocks or logs or something. No, it's freaking bamboo. Big Jet creates a freaking bamboo wall, which could easily be destroyed, and I guess they can't get past it, even though they can freaking destroy the damn bamboo. So what do? Apparently they see a damn spider. They see a damn spider called a happy spider, and I guess they follow the spider through a secret path to the treasure. And I gotta say, this episode really likes spiders. I'll get to back to that in a second, because that's kind of going to be important later. But basically they follow this spider, which I'm not going to lie, that's kind of creepy. I mean, I think spiders are okay. I don't hate them like other people, but I don't like spiders either. They're kind of creepy, but basically it's like saying this, like kids, like if you see a spider, and it wants you to follow it to a freaking abandoned, an abandoned, place or something. That'll sure end well. So yeah, they basically follow the spider and I guess there's like booby traps in there and all that, and then basically they pass it, and then they get to the treasure, but Big Jet's ahead. So they basically go super fast to beat him to the treasure, and then Big Jet just gives up. I'm not joking. Big Jet literally just gives up. He's like right there by the damn door, and he just gives up. Like dude, the freaking door's right there, man. Just open the door. It's right there. You can still steal their treasure. I mean, sure, they made it there before you did, but you went out of your way to stop them from, going through certain paths and, and messing them with the volcano and all that. Why couldn't you just, go up the treasure and stop them there? I don't really get it. I don't really get why they get, Big Jet just suddenly just stops and just, gives up at that point. I don't really get that. But Big Jet's okay. I mean, I like Big Jet, but this episode, he's kind of a weaker villain. He's kind of weaker. The way he stops the way he stops, the Little Einsteins and Rocket from getting to the treasure is their stupid, pathetic ways. I get it's supposed to be an educational show and all that, but the adults are just gonna be watching it with their kids and be like, why couldn't they just go past the bamboo or fly around the volcano? I mean, again, the volcano was erupted and could have destroyed, a mile's worth of forest, but they don't really seem to care about that. They just seem to care about the treasure, and then they follow a damn spider through, an abandoned tomb or something. So I'm just I don't really get that, and I just think Big Jet's okay in this episode, but I don't think he's that great. And then apparently you guys want to know what the treasure is? You guys want to know what the treasure is throughout the entire episode that we've been looking for? Is it toys? Is it paintings? Is it money? No, it's fucking spider webs. No, I'm not joking. It is fucking literally spider webs. Well, it looks like Big Jet didn't really miss out on much, really, anyway. He probably already took a peek at the treasure, and it was like, you know what? Fuck this. I spent my whole time stopping these kids from trying to get to the treasure. It's fucking spider webs. So maybe you already was ready to turn around. I really don't know. It's just fucking just stupid. Like seriously, like literally, it's just fucking spider webs. And I guess it's basically the cool, effect. It's the cool effect and all that, that makes the treasure really cool. But I'm just like you could have literally seen that anywhere else. Also, I didn't really mention that the door is just somehow unlocked. Like, you can just open the door and just go inside of it, so anyone can go inside of it. I don't really get that. I don't get that at all. And then apparently the little spider, the happy spider that was with them in the tomb, apparently made the web. So how the hell did he get all the way over there? Like, he just got all the way over there, I don't really get that. I get it's a cartoon, but I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. Basically the rocket flew at light speed and beat Big Jet there, and then which Big Jet would have been disappointed anyway, because just damn spider webs, and then then they just happened to see the happy spider there. So I'm like, I mean, maybe it could have been a different spider, but they addressed it as the same spider. So I'm like, how the hell did he get over there so fast? Unless he's secretly Spider-Man or something. I don't really know. I mean, he just somehow just got over there before they did and made those spider webs. I don't really get that. But yeah, so basically that's kind of the whole treasure. The treasure was kind of a disappointment and all that. And I gotta say, though, I do like how they play this music. It's kind of creepy music. It's creepy, but I do like it. I don't usually like creepy music, super creepy music, but I do like the music that plays when they enter the red door. I do like it. Which I didn't mention either. The red door apparently magically grew bigger, so there's that too. But yeah, so yeah, but basically though, they well, I don't know, basically though, it's just kind of, this episode's kind of all over the place and all that, and I may be sounding all over the place, reviewing it, but there's not really there's a lot of flaws with this episode. There's a lot of flaws, and yeah, I do like the music that does play in the, when they enter the door and all that. Which is, I try to look it up on YouTube, but I can't find it anywhere, in the Little Einsteins playlist. I can find the other songs, but not this one, which I'm not sure why, but I seem to have the same problem with Luigi's Mansion, Dark Moon music too. I have the same problem. I can't find all the songs and, music they play throughout the game and all that. Which is kind of ironic because they're both kind of creepy related, but I don't really know. But if you guys want to tell me what the song is they play in the little red door, you guys can let me know down in the comments below, because I don't really know what that song is when they enter the room and all that. But yeah, so that's basically the little red door episode. I gotta say, this episode is it's got good things in it. I may have been complaining a lot about this episode, but there are some things I do like. I like Big Jet, even though he's kind of pathetic in this episode. He's kind of pathetic. And I do like, I mean, the treasure's okay. I mean, it's okay, but it's still freaking stupid. It's just stupid as hell. I'm it's just spider webs. I don't know. I don't know what was going on in the writers' minds when they were making this episode, but it's freaking just kind of stupid. And I just feel like some of the ways that Big Jet, Big Jet himself is kind of pathetic, the way he just gives up and all that. But some of the ways he stops them, the little Einsteins from getting to their locations, I'm like, just why can't they just go, Why can't they, go around the bamboo, or go destroy it or something, or go around the volcano or something? I don't really get it. I don't really get that. And then they could just fly over the waves. I guess they're trying to make it, more challenging, because otherwise it'll be too easy. But some of this stuff is just like, especially the bamboo is definitely the worst. Like, I'm like, they couldn't have him, like, block it with, like, freaking rocks or something. I don't really get it. But anywho, I'm gonna go ahead and say this episode is meh, and I'm gonna give this episode 51 points. Yes, 51 points. This episode is definitely getting 51 points. I just find this episode has got a lot of problems with it, a lot. But it's still somewhat enjoyable. Like, the locations they go to are still, unique, and I don't feel like they're unlikable or anything. None of the characters are unlikable. I just think some of the stuff is stupid in this episode, and what makes this go from good to meh is the treasure at the end. I think it's just so stupid. Like, it is just so stupid. Like, I just don't like it as much. And I know some people might like the treasure, like, when they watch the episode, but personally, I don't. I feel like the treasure should have been, like, toys or something, like, toys or something. Like, why did it have to be spider webs out of all things? I don't know, I don't know. Maybe I'm just overreacting to this, but I just expected so much more out of it. But I don't hate this episode. I don't hate this. I don't think it's awful. I just don't think it's as good as, like, the last one I reviewed, which was the Halloween episode. Even that one had some problems with it too, but I just felt like it was more enjoyable. But I gotta say, though, I still think this episode is alright, and I probably would watch it again down the road. I actually had to watch it 3 times to review this. I had to watch it 3 times. It's crazy. Because I kept on forgetting to review this episode, and then I kept forgetting what the episode was. I wanted to get all the details in there. I remember what the episode was about, but I kept forgetting everything else about, like, all the major details. So, yeah. But I don't really know what to say here. I don't think I have a comment question for this video, but except, again, tell me the music. Tell me the music, and like what the name of the soundtrack is that plays when they enter the red door, because I like that music and I want to find it. Anywho, I'm gonna go ahead and let things go here. I'll see you guys all later. Bye bye.